I think my family who lived in the woods, I don't remember what part of Italy. Um, Originally they're not Italian, I think they're Australian. All three kids have Australian passport. The fact is, the family decides to live in the countryside and not to follow the so-called consumeristic, society we live in. We buy them, we throw away. This is basically what they, society imposed upon us. Made us, a herd of sheep in this society. Practically, I want to denounce how the situation, because the family of the woods in Italy is a classical case of whether it's a local government or national government, through the local authorities, social services, local councils, and stuff like that, kidnapping kids from their families and destroying them. And why do you say they do that? Obviously, there's a political ideology behind it, and it's a business as well. To put kids in a fostering home is a very luxurious business who runs these things. And usually these judges and social workers are friends with them, personally speaking and professionally speaking as well. So it's a whole vicious circle of corruption, which the local authorities, government, give money to these what they call casa famiglia, fostering homes. Usually they are privately run or local institutions run. Could be various types. Fostering homes for minors, for disabled people, institutions like that, and for elderly people as well. Because it's not just the social worker, social services and local institutions. You even got solicitors, which are trustees or tutors. The more known as, what do they call it? Sostegno amministrativo, something like that in Italian, which is appointed by a judge, because these people, they're not compos mentis, running their, dealing with their everyday life, administrating their assets and their money. Therefore, you've got these people who run it, and obviously they get paid from the local government for this. They're appointed by the judge. It's a 9-year term. It can be renewed if the person's still in life, if it comes to elderly people. And basically these are, bloodsuckers. Anything they have of value, whether it's a house or a money bank account or other type of financial assets, they get their hands on the top of it. And in the end, when they die, it ends up in the government's possess. Practically they work for the government, these people, in this case. Because it costs less to keep a minor in their home than in an institution. It's big business. It's politically run by the local lefties here in Italy, because you go from social services, social workers, judges, they're all lefties, they are. And anything you say, and if you have evidence against them, they won't believe you, because I know for sure, because I had a real nasty experience. And don't forget, co-workers, they're the sidekick of this system as well. Because when I discovered the things which this lady was being up to, in sense of instead of correctly administrating the money of the shopping of the person who she was helping, this person was pocketing the money. And how a co-worker can afford every few months a luxury holiday in Romania or some part of Italy? You can't afford that. Money must come from somewhere. And probably this elderly person wasn't the only one. She was victim of this theft of their money, pension money, or could be a disabled person. They live off invalid benefits, pocket money from there, make them live, feed them on sandwiches and shit like that. This is an unknown universe, because there are big financial interests, because everyone has their slice of the cake. They don't do it for the good of the people where they exist. They do it for the good of financial interests. It's a corrupt world, and there are many thousands of cases which these trustees, social workers, and social services and local governments have destroyed families. And this one, which now and then came in public dominion in the news, as I mentioned, because legally speaking, the state can only legally intervene in cases which there is really, I should say, real need about the family or the social state these people are in. We've got more than 6 million poor people here in Italy. Do they help them? No. They don't help them to take away the kids, fill you up with so-called promises you'll get them back one day. Once they take away your kids, you won't see them after the age of 18. Because this so-called temporary fostering, every few years they tend to renew after one another. And you have to be careful who you talk with regarding certain things, which, like your local council, local health authorities, social worker, whatever, you have to be very careful in Italy. Probably once upon a time, they really helped our people. Those people we need, resolve the problems, reunite the family, all this stuff, put the family back on their feet. No. Social services, judges, social workers, co-workers, those institutes which foster kids, they have disabled people, elderly people, is just a money-making machine. That's all. More people you can get into it, more money you pull out the government's pocket. And this, you do not resolve problems of poverty or the problems of these people. They live for the rest of their life in this shit.